Hi guys, it's me again. I've done a little bit more to the canvas here. I'm just starting in with the basic gold color of the standing candlestick. The basic gold color I'm using today is yellow ochre, scarlet, small touch of black, a small touch of white. And I'm mixing it up on my palette right here. And I added black so the contrast will be okay with the gray. So I've added a little bit right here. I'm going to leave that, and then I'm going to come down and I'm going to do the basic shape of what I see. No highlights, no lowlights, no reflections, no shadows, no nothing. The basic color of what I see. Or the basic outline that I see. And it, like I said, it might be a little bit thicker, a little bit smaller, or skinnier than what it really is. But this is just a basic, what you want to do type of thing. And like I said earlier, this is only, when I sketched it out in paint, it was only to give me a sense of where everything was going to be. Now that I've got a sense of where everything is, I can change it as I want to. So I'm going to bring this one all the way down. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to go into a little bit of cadmium yellow hue, which is a very bright yellow. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for shadow color. You may be like, well, what are you looking for shadow color in yellow for? Yellow's a bright color. Well, the opposite, the complementary color of yellow is, of course, violet. So we're making some violet. A little bit of blue, a little bit of cadmium red light, cadmium red deep hue, a little bit of cobalt, Caribbean blue, and just a small touch of white. Now, here's where color theory gets tricky. If you use the wrong shade or the wrong tone of a color, you can mess it all up. I mean, it'll still look the way it is. It's just, if you want the viewer to be impressed, then you might want to know a little bit about color theory. And you're only going to know it by trial and error. So let's just go into it. I'm going to mix this violet with this yellow I just got out. We're going to see how that looks. Looks like it's a brown, doesn't it? A little bit of more yellow. I believe that is a good shadow color right here. So I'm going to go. Now the places where the lip of the ring of the candlestick is, it has a shadow. I'm not going to put it in. I'm just going to put the shadow of it in. And I'm not taking it all the way down because I don't see it all the way down. I see it to a particular point, and then I see the reflection. And again, I'm not doing no reflection, highlights right now. I just want to concentrate on the darks to get it filled into a place that I recognize it. Alright. Now we're going to go back in to the same color, shadow color, combination of blue, red, and a touch of white. And I'm going to come in and I see a little place up under it. Now, when you're doing it this way, this is where you need to do it as you see it. Because now that you've got your placement of at least that area, you can begin to put in what you see, the the details and the complexities and some other compromises you can see. Because standing here, I see it, and I see that the body color is compromised because it's got shadow and it's got light and highlights. So what I'm looking at is what I'm painting. And so let's continue. And right now I'm just putting it on real thin. Well, not real runny thin, but light where I can see it. And hopefully you can see most of it. a lot of it. Now right in here, all I'm doing is just touching it with the shadow, because I see where it's going. You may choose to do something else and just pay attention to your shadows and your highlights. And so these highlights right here are for me sort of like placements, because I'm changing what I see. I see the candlestick, and it's a long thin candlestick, just like this. It's got the base to it. It's got the top. But what I'm going to do is I want it to look different. I want it to look more ornate right in here, because I want it to complement the focal point. I want it to take your eyes and keep it right in here, right in this area, because that's where my selling point is. Selling point is your focal point. And even if you don't sell to paint, you just paint to paint, not paint to sell. You always want that selling point, just in case. Now, a lot of people paint differently, but this ain't about them. This is about me. So enjoy. But what I'm showing, please do take and apply to your own projects and your own subjects. I mean no ailment by anything I say. I hope you all enjoy it. And next, I do believe I will do my highlight. I'm going to go into cadmium yellow, a lot of white, and a small touch of cadmium red deep hue. Now if you see, I have 3 different colors, 3 different tones of my highlights. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pick up some more white, and I'm going to smear it out down here as clean as I can get it, because my highlight is pure light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the end of my brush, see, end of my brush, it's sort of at a chisel, and I'm going to plop it right where I see the highlight. This is going to be, for me, a wayward point, so that I can continue to do this part right here. Again, there's a highlight right here that plops, and these highlights are not by any means sufficient. They're only there to cultivate the painting. They don't have to be the right brightness, because they're going to be painted over anyway. Slightly painted over. I'm not going to go over them all, but now, beside the white, the long white, I see a bright yellow. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon yellow as well. It gives me a better consistency. And I'm just going to put it right beside, on either side of the white, and a little bit over the white apparently. But I also see some red, so I'm going to take just a small touch of red, and I think I'll mix it with some of that. I mixed it with my mixture, this mixture that I had, mixture right there. So I'm going to go on either side. Still don't look the way I want it, but it's okay. It's a process. It's a work and progress and work. So, see, there's some of it. We'll continue more. We shall continue more. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back in my mixture right here. I'm going to grab up the yellow and white. I'm going to mix it up, but I'm not going to mix it up very well. So, as to speed up this painting a little bit, I'm hitting where my shadow was, but I'm hitting right in the middle. And I'm going to hit right here relatively hard as far as paint goes. Relatively hard. I ain't going to be hard with my brush, but my paint, I've loaded it up as best as I want it right now. And I'm just putting the highlights there with a mixture of colors that are not blended correctly, or rather well, rather. That way, when I come back in, it'll be easier for me to shade it all down with my shadow. Because a lot of it doesn't need to be seen, because when the shadow comes in, the shadow is going to take care of it.